So I love this routine. I love the story. I love the effect. I think it's great. It's called Magician's Poker by Martin Lewis. So whenever somebody says, I would hate to play cards with you, he had a couple funny lines. He's like, I actually don't play cards because if I win, people think I'm cheating. And if I lose, people think I'm a bad magician. He said, but when magicians get together, they play sort of a special game of poker. It's for 5 people, and the winning hand is obviously the royal flush. And one time when this was being played, the 2 key players this time were the Professor and One Arm McDonald. And when the Professor got the cards, everybody gets a chance to deal. He took the cards and dealt them, mixed them up like this. And when he proceeded to deal out the poker hand, the first black card came to him and it came to him face up. And the second black card came to him and it came in face up. And the third black card came in face up. The fourth black card came in face up. And finally the last card came in face up. So now, One Arm McDonald took the cards. And he said, okay, my turn to deal. I said, let's see how we do. And he took the cards and he dealt them out like so. Give him a little cut here. So he took the cards, he dealt them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the ace came there. And then it's a little strange, but all the other cards went to other players. So all the other players, of course, knew that he couldn't win because they had the whole cards. So they took the whole cards and they took a look at their hands, and they knew, even in this instance, it didn't matter really what they had, because the name of the game is you have to have the royal flush to win, and of course that would be impossible at this point. And so when One Arm McDonald turned over the cards, he somehow ended up with the royal straight flush, and all the black cards were gone. And then, I guess the nice part of this is 1, 2, 3, take 4 cards, put them to the back, drop on top, and it's reset. So that's the routine. I guess I will explain it now. So what you have is the McDonald's aces, 2 faced cards, and they're from the face in 1, 5, 10, and 15 position. And then you have the regular royal flush at the back here, with the ace being at the top. So you start out, you explain that this is Magician's Poker and you're encouraged to cheat. And then in explaining this is the hand to have, you're going to deal the cards one at a time because you need the ace of spades at the front. So once that's done, you square up. And now you're going to get ready for a variation of the slop shuffle. So slop shuffle is normally hand to hand, both palms facing up, and then rotating. What you're actually going to do here is rotate both hands, and this hand's going to come in from above the first time. So it's like this, and rotate. Both hands, and this, and rotate, and this, and rotate, and this, and you're doing nothing. I mean, and the ace has to be turned over. So that's the only variation. I should actually do this for false cutting or false shuffling as well, because I think it's good. So now you talk about the first player, and the first player was the Professor, and he dealt the cards in this manner. So he took the cards and he dealt them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the cards that were mixed face up and face down, he's gonna deal his royal flush as the only face-up cards in the pack, which unto itself is actually a very impressive feat. So I think there needs to be a little bit more chatter about that. Okay, so now these are just squared up, and you're just dropping on top like this. And then this gets dropped on top. Like so. Now you need to catch a break under the four cards, and you're just going to cut those to the top, and then maybe do, you know, the Bannon false cut here. Now the next guy was one-arm McDonald, and now you're going to deal 5 hands again, and of course now you're going to deal out the royal flush. This and automatically you are dealing the proper cards now for the royal straight flush to yourself. It works automatically if you have done everything that I just said. So now there's one discrepant. So now, I mean, we can do some fancy stuff here. I'm going to keep it pretty simple. You take the cards, you explain, and you're doing a block push off here. So you're pushing off everything and flipping it up, and then you deal down. It's discrepant. I don't think anybody's really going to notice because I don't think anybody's really paying attention to that piece of it, to be honest. So of course the, you know, one-arm McDonald can't win because he doesn't have the rest of the royal flush. And here the revelation goes into the royal flush first, because everybody's going to want to see what these cards are, and of course they're the red cards, which I just think is absolutely a fantastic use of this gimmick of the double facers. This goes 1, 2, 3, like that. You take 4 cards, you drop them to the back, this goes on top, and you're completely reset again, just like that. And that is Magician's Poker.